Our gardens are our sanctuaries, peaceful, private, plant-filled corners of this green and pleasant land.
But not everyone has caught the gardening bug. Some of the gardens you're about to see are shocking.
This is so bad.
So monstrous, they're crimes against nature itself.
Don't want to admit that something like this is your own, do you?
It's like a bump site.
It is depressing. I hate coming out.
In a lifetime of gardening, I've never seen gardens so bad. But help is at hand. I've assembled a crack team to help rehabilitate some of the worst gardens in Britain. Garden designer Danny believes he can bring out the gardener in everyone.
Encouraging people to grow into gardeners is just as satisfying to me as seeing their gardens grow.
Can't believe that that's how easy it is.
For Penny, it's all about the power tools.
With these tools in my hand, I can cut down and clear out, or I can rescue and recycle.
Absolutely brilliant.
Everyone has what it takes to look after a garden. And we're on a mission to show you how easy it really is.
Nice one. Look, it's good.
It's time to turn Britain's filthiest gardens
Into fabulous gardens. Wow, look at this.
This means the world to us. Absolutely unbelievable.
It's beautiful. Just can't get over it.
I don't think I've ever seen a garden so beautiful in all my life.
This is Filthy Garden SOS.
This time, a husband and wife totally overwhelmed by their wasteland of a garden.
You don't want to admit that something like this is your own, do you?
Our next door neighbour keeps knocking on the door saying it's an eyesore.
We're talking 650 square metres of jungle, crammed with boulders and brambles, and used as the local tip.
There's all sorts from shopping trolleys, there's guttering, there's rubbish, there's massive stones.
All three of us are flabbergasted.
I hope you brought your football with you, because this garden's the size of a mini football pitch.
I don't know if we realise what we've taken on.
We're all kind of thinking, is it possible to get this garden done?
We're in the working harbour town of Seaham in County Durham, where Becky and Michael have a confession to make.
I'm ashamed to say that this is our garden. You can see that there's been fly tipping done on it. Careful, Hannah. We'll fall over. There's all sorts from shopping trolleys, there's guttering, there's rubbish, there's massive stones.
God, what do you think's underneath there?
I've got no idea. I honestly don't know what you'll find.
The garden is bigger than 2 tennis courts, and ever since they moved in just over a year ago, Becky and Michael haven't known where to begin.
I think a lot of the time when we're relaxing in the house, we close the blinds, so we'd rather probably not look at it.
But to be fair, they've had other priorities. Becky and Michael always knew they wanted a family, but have struggled with failed fertility treatment.
What was hard are the attempts that don't work, that you really are convinced that have worked and that's it. You're going to have your dream, and then they don't work, and you're absolutely heartbroken, as if you've lost a child that you've never had. Just so consuming, isn't it?
It is heartbreaking.
But around this time last year, a little bit earlier, we found out that we were pregnant with twins. We have Rory and Kitty, nearly 8-month-old, beautiful, well-behaved twins. Couldn't ask for any more.
Definitely not. It was worth every second in the end, wasn't it?
Now the twins are growing up fast, and the pressure is on to have a family-friendly garden before they start walking.
It'd be nice when it's no longer a death trap.
It's just way too dangerous for Rory and Kitty to even enter. They'll just be cut to bits, they'll slip over. It's just not a garden at the moment. It's just not safe.
But they need somewhere safe for the whole family to visit, especially with the twins having 2 green-fingered granddads.
It would be amazing if there was something where our dads could come and the twins could grow things with them, and I think that would be an amazing thing for them to grow up and do.
We used to go in the garden with my granddad all the time. It was great, I used to love it.
Both are determined to do whatever it takes to make their garden fit for all the family.
So excited to see the journey all the way through rather than just see the end result. It's to know how to look after it and exactly what's went into it and the hard work. I think we'll appreciate it even more.
Mike and Becky. I don't have a garden, I have a bramble patch.
Yeah,
And
completely
it's
overgrown.
huge, overgrown, huge.
Really overwhelming looking at something that messy.
We won't be able to do everything in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But we will give them the tools to do that.
Yeah.
We'll show them how. Bit by bit,
Right.
the skill of gardening. Get to know the soil, get to know the plants, put them together.
Okay.
I hope you brought your football with you, because this garden's the size of a mini football pitch.
That's not the garden, is it? Oh, wow.
So what do you reckon, guys?
Huge.
I never expected it to be this bad. I looked at Dermot's face and both of us were like gobsmacked. Oh my gosh, how are we gonna do this?
We could do Bonnie and Clyde, make a run for it.
Yeah, I think
Across
so.
the border up north.
I hate to think what's over there in the corner.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is probably not even their rubbish.
Definitely the biggest garden that the team has tackled so far. It needs a lot of work.
I think it is time for Becky and Michael to face the music, find out what's been happening. Morning, Becky.
Yes, it is.
And Michael.
Morning.
Well, come on out. You've asked for our help. I believe you really need it, do you?
Really need it, yeah.
Okay. So how long have you lived here?
Since last April, so just over a year.
Do you like it here?
Oh, love it, yeah. Love
here.
it.
Pretty quiet.
Yeah, 5-minute
out
walk
the
from
way.
the seafront, so...
A 2-minute walk to the golf club.
You must see this as a huge opportunity.
Huge opportunity, yes, but we've got 8-month-old twins.
Yeah.
So our time's took up with them.
Yeah, just different priorities, I think, because we knew how long it would take to even attempt it. It just seemed unmanageable.
So why didn't you just clear a little bit of it?
Yeah,
I just hear back the time with having the twins.
How does it make you feel, though, when you see other people dump their own rubbish in your garden?
I think because it's been empty for we bought it,
Yeah.
I think it just got stuff dumped all of the time.
I just hate knowing that it's ours and that it's like this, basically.
Lovely couple, horrendous garden. They need help.
If we do make a start here, you'll help us, yeah?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. I want to know what to be able to do and how to look after it.
It'll be like the centre of it, won't it?
Oh, yeah, We'll be outdoors all of the time.
I definitely want them to be out playing all the time, not sitting in the house on a computer.
Yeah.
I want them to be outside.
Yeah,
That's
like
so
I will.
important.
I can't wait to get stuck in and make it nice and keep it nice.
The skip has arrived, and with it, the hard work starts for Michael and Becky.
Bye-bye.
It stinks.
There's going to be a lot more coming out of that garden.
Such a relief that that was the first thing and that was the start of everything.
It's the first time in 6 years since me and Becky's been together that she's ever put the bins out.
Thank you.
This job is immense. We've got 8 pairs of hands on site, plus ourselves and Becky and Michael. But I'm still worried that we've taken on too much. I mean, you cannot see the wood for the trees. You can't see what you're dealing with. We don't know what we're dealing with.
So have you done gardening before?
I have.
You have?
Done horticulture, specialising in sport turf when I left college.
Wait a minute. Michael has gardening qualifications?
I could have started the garden, doing a bit at a time, but I've just been distracted by other things, and it is laziness at the end of the
So
day.
tell you what, you're really going to have to work for this garden. You really
I will.
are.
The fly-tipped rubbish is skipped and good to go. But for the boulders and brambles, we need mechanical muscle. What's happening behind is great, fine, and good to see people out doing something, but it's only scratching the surface. We need to get the big guns in. We need diggers. We need an army of diggers. We're now a total of 18 people on site, but clearing this space is key to the whole project. 5 machines. 5 machines in there. Until the site is cleared, we won't know at all what we're dealing with. We don't know what's in the ground. We don't know what's on top of the ground.
But it looks so much bigger than it actually even was.
But my issue at the moment is I can't even think about design until we see this cleared. The brambles in particular need careful attention. they have to be dug up by the roots, or new growth will appear from the old roots in spring.
I can't believe it's finally happening and how quick it's now happening. You know, if it was just me and Michael doing it, it would have took us weeks.
Now the diggers have set to work, it's twice the size, so it's a bit of a shock. We're all kind of thinking, is it possible to get this garden done? While the clearing work continues, we have to plan ahead to fence off this giant garden. That means getting rid of old fence posts. Michael really seems to be struggling. Yeah. Michael, try and turn around and put it out that way.
That way?
Like towards the garden. No? Time for some penny power, I think. Pull that to the bottom.
There you go, Michael. That's how it's done.
So I just loosened it off and then
It needed a woman's touch. It needed a woman's touch. Penny to the rescue.
It's the end of day one. Emptying 650 square metres of rubbish, brambles and boulders is a huge achievement. And it's taken 100 hours of labour from 18 people crammed into a single day to achieve it. Deep breaths. Now I can think straight.
It's been cleared out very well. They've taken away the briars, the rubble, but now we have to see where we're going with this.
Okay.
Have you got any ideas, Dermot?
Well, yeah.
What we're going to create for Becky and Michael is a safe, low-maintenance, family-friendly garden with different zones for the different activities. We'll build split levels with steps down the garden to create a journey between decking areas and lawns, where their large families can come and visit. At the bottom of the garden, we'll have a working area with a greenhouse and raised beds where they can grow their own vegetables. And we'll use gorgeous shrubs and plants to provide colour, interest and privacy.
It's going to be so big. Do you not think that maybe they're going to struggle maintaining? How do we keep them on top of it?
The fact that they're working with us, they realise the amount of work that's involved in building a space like this. So they've got a vested interest in it. So I think they're more likely to look after it after we've gone.
It feels good to have a plan, but everyone is going to have to work their socks off to give Becky, Michael and the twins their dream garden.
So, after one day, how do you feel?
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. I think it's actually bigger than we even thought it was. You know, with all of that big pile gone, there's just so much open space.
Coming up, the job doesn't get any easier for Danny.
I'm seeing it with fresh eyes, and in fact, it's bigger than I remembered it.
And Becky finds out what it really takes to clear a garden.
This is the first time I've ever done anything like this.
Oh, yeah.
We're in Seaham, County Durham, home to Becky and Michael. They sent us an SOS about their massive horror show of an abandoned garden.
There's all sorts from shopping trolleys, there's guttering, there's rubbish, there's massive stones.
They're determined that baby twins Kitty and Rory will have a beautiful and safe outdoor space to grow up in.
It'd be nice when it's no longer a death trap.
And they've promised to work hard throughout to achieve it.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it stinks.
Yesterday, 18 of us put in 100 hours worth of work just to clear this wasteland of boulders, brambles and rubbish.
5 machines. 5 machines in there.
And now that we can see the whole plot, we can start on its transformation into a low-maintenance garden that this family will love for years to come. It's 8 a.m. on day 2 and there's excitement in the air.
How have you felt with your land being exposed for the first time?
I just can't believe how big it is. Just so overwhelmed at the size of the garden. Now, we've always knew it was big and always knew there was so much opportunity, but it looks so much bigger.
We've already made a start on the new fencing, which not only secures the site, but frames the new garden design. And now it's time to reveal our plans.
There's going to be 2 decking areas, one up here, one down there. One's going to be circular and one's going to be square.
Sounds great, sounds exciting.
Growing vegetables is going to be the key here. So we're going to have a structure at the bottom of the garden combined with a compost heap, and there's going to be an area for you to grow some lovely plants. it's just great to see the look on their faces. It's like a look of wonderment and excitement, and you can see that they want to get involved too.
Just so overwhelmed.
Quite excited to see how it's going to look now because already you can see the difference.
It's all about taking control of this space and learning how to grow. So we've gone back to the very start, scraped all this off, but there are perennial weeds also, roots of perennial weeds. These weeds die back in the autumn, but survive below ground in winter, only to shoot back up in the spring. They have to be uprooted and permanently. So it's time for Becky and Michael to get their hands dirty, really dirty. I've asked them to go through the soil and remove as many weed roots as they can.
Well, that's one.
No.
And remember, this stuff is not for the compost bin. You need to get rid of it completely.
God, they're literally just all over, aren't they?
There's a worm. It's not
Did
real.
you just do that? Oh my God. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this.
Just put your back into it, you'll be all right. Oh, yeah.
Wow, it's heavy. At the bottom of the garden, I'm building a shed and greenhouse combo. You can tell that by the grunt. Perfect for a family of budding gardeners. But as with all garden structures, it's important to make them waterproof. Specialist paints or stains should make them last 10 years or more. It's got doors, windows, it's got a roof, but we're going to paint it before we put it together.
So, Michael, what are your family like as gardeners?
Very keen gardeners. My granddad loved his gardens. His garden was always immaculate, but unfortunately he passed away in December, so we knew he was poorly, so it was important for him to meet the twins, or for me. It was very important for me, and he did, so I feel blessed, really, for that.
And do you think he's, as you do this, and as you work your way down the garden, do you think his spirit is here with you?
Yeah, he would love it, yeah. He was telling us to get into it straight away.
So this, in a way, this will help him live on, not only for you, but for the twins, so that they get to know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll definitely tell them stories about how I used to work with my granddad.
I'm very pleased with progress, but I think it's going to need at least 2 coats. Now, I'm going to get either Michael or Becky to put the other finish on it. Wow, they're really putting their backs into it. Becky, Michael, who's the best painter out of the 2 of you?
Oh, you don't want Michael painting?
Come on then, you come with me.
Fab.
Next on the to-do list is to build 40 square metres of decking. There's going to be 2. One's going to be circle area and one's going to be square. The garden is such a huge space that having 2 different areas makes it a lot more fun. Basically, I'm using these timber locks, which are much stronger than screws, to drive in through the rafters, which are these support beams.
Becky and Michael's hard graft has created a solid base for a flourishing garden. Time now for a planting scheme. We've come to their local garden centre. Starting off a garden, we usually break down the plants to the jobs that they have to do. So you want a tree or a number of trees, because your garden is big, to achieve that privacy. Also, to block out something you don't like, to become a focal point. Then you want lots of fences. You want to get some climbing plants against those fences. Then the shrubs, the things that build up the bulk of the garden. And after that, it's the flowers, and you can fill the trolley with just instant colour. But for the moment, 2 trolleys, 2 gardeners, and a choice. Off you go.
I would never let Becky loose with a trolley by herself.
These are absolutely gorgeous.
Really love that, like.
These are so different.
About these here.
Yeah, I really, really love them. I love how it's quite green at the bottom and then goes up, and it's really colourful at the top. Looks like there's some climbers and things here, Michael.
Yeah, there's some down the bottom as well. To have someone like Diarmuid talk to you about the shrubs and the trees, his passion rubs off on you, I think. Yeah. It really does.
Look.
Nice, isn't it?
These with the leaves.
Different as well.
What do you think? Do you think it would go well with these?
I think the garden's big enough for anything, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I really, really like it.
Should we show him one of these, see what he thinks?
Yeah, I love it.
If you're planning to plant a garden, come with ideas in mind, ideas for the different groups of plants. You might group by colour, height, or flowering season, but it's also good to know how hardy a plant is. It should say that on the label. Remember, what grows contentedly in Cornwall might not be so happy in Durham.
I think you'll love them.
Meanwhile, back at base, our decking plans are beginning to take shape. Dino and I are laying the composite decking. The benefit of composite decking is that it won't rot and you do not have to treat it, so you don't have to, there's no maintenance. A strong combination of wood fibres and plastics, composite decking is long-lasting and non-slip. It's also sustainable when the components are recycled. It's great for families with young children.
Back at Liam's side, time to check out Becky and Michael's plant choices.
So star jasmine is absolutely brilliant, and it's an evergreen climber. So handy, an evergreen climber. So it's always there, you always have foliage, and you just tie it in and lead it, and it'll take off from there.
Oh, brilliant.
It's great, it's a great plant.
Just make sure it's planted on a sunny south or west-facing wall, and it should be fine.
Great.
It was a lucky pick, wasn't it?
Yeah, huh?
And because you've gone through the garden centre here, you'll never forget these.
Yeah.
They haven't just arrived in the back of a truck. I thought that Mike and Becky were absolutely wonderful. They knew why they had chosen, what they had chosen. Each choice was considered, and I think those plants are going to look great in the new plot.
It's the end of day 2, and the footprint for the new garden is really starting to emerge.
There was a real disconnect between you two and this plot of land. Has that changed?
Oh, absolutely.
God, yeah.
I love it now.
Yeah, I feel like it's ours now, and I'm proud to see it.
Great day's work from everybody. Tomorrow's another day. Let's get some rest.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you, everyone.
But coming up, Becky and Michael realise they still have lots to learn.
Want to feel knowledgeable.
So you want to plant for privacy,
Yes.
but you didn't read the labels.
And the twins visit their new garden for the very first time.
Rory, Kitty.
We're up in County Durham with Michael and Becky. Just 48 hours ago, their 650 square metres of outdoor space was a bedlam of brambles, rubbish and boulders.
I'm ashamed to say that this is our garden. You can see that there's been fly tipping done on it. Careful, Hannah. Don't fall over.
Their dream is to create a haven for their baby twins to play and grow up in.
It's just way too dangerous for Rory and Kitty to even enter. It's just not a garden at the moment.
The couple have really put their backs into it. Digging,
Well, that's one.
skipping and fencing. They've thought long and hard about the planting too.
To have someone like Diarmuid talk to you about the shrubs and the trees, his passion rubs off on you, I think. It really does.
Definitely, I really, really like it.
Should we show him one of these, see what he thinks?
Yeah, I love it.
And today, they're up bright and early once more, determined to get stuck in. This morning is all about structure.
Such a joy to come in and see. Almost feels like a garden after everything.
Almost.
We're in good shape, but we want to beat the rain, so let's get going.
Not everything in a garden makeover is about being new and eye-catching. With this old adjoining fence, our job will be to draw attention away from it. There was a missing slat and this bit has been rotten, so I took that off, fixed it up, but if we can paint it, it'll look a lot nicer and it will be hidden and it will blend in with the rest of the fencing. Okay?
Great.
I'll leave you to it?
Yes.
Cool. Quick, easy and cheap, allowing for more time and money to spend on your centerpieces. Like this circular decking. Time to shape it up. Dino and myself have made a temporary compass, so that we'll put that down and that will give us a perfect circle. We'll mark that out and then we can get cutting. Okay.
Perfect circle. Let's do it. You grab that in for me.
Oh, look at that,
It's
Josh.
a perfect circle.
Perfect.
It's a perfect circle. It looks great.
If you need help visualising your garden plans, a small drone, safely used, can give you a bird's eye view of the lines and shapes that best fit your space.
So this plot is an awkward shape. It's big, it slopes, but it has these weird angles. It tapers towards the end. And what I want to do is create interest within the shape. To do that, I'm using ellipses. Big one up here, another one down there, and they're both going to be linked with a fan-shaped steps. Just have a look at this. Anyone timing me?
Dermot, you're a star jumper. I'm heading to the bottom of the garden to build a greenhouse. It's part of a working area for Becky and Michael to sow and grow fruits and veg. It's all about the preparation. So what we've done, we've prepared everything, got everything sorted out, got everything organised, and now it puts the putting together bit a lot easier. Oh. Better be careful. Nothing serious, folks, but for most self-built kits, all you need is a screwdriver, a spirit level, and a spare pair of hands. This structure is great. It is multi-purpose. So it acts as a shed for storage, which is great, but also it's a place where they can grow. So they can grow stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to put outside, tender plants, start off your seeds, that kind of thing.
Now that the heavy work on the structures is taking place, we can start laying the turf. But before then, an insider's tip for preparing the soil.
Becky, Michael, will you come and join me? What do you think I'm at?
Just doing a bit of a dance.
I am doing a dance. I'm doing the landscaper's dance. I'm putting all my weight on my heels and I'm firming down this soil to make it really flat. So join me either side. And off we go. You have to do the arm action too.
Oh, no.
Yeah, just look really silly. Are we right? Can everybody come and join and form a line and let's go up and down and we'll have this done in jig time.
Best foot forward, everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, Macarena. Do you know the rest of the words?
We haven't revealed all our plans to Becky and Michael. After hearing Michael talk about his granddad, it's clear just how much he loved his garden. And watching the visiting birds, I know exactly what to do with this reclaimed wood. The bird bath I'm making as a memorial for Michael's granddad is really starting to take shape. I'm loving it. The wood is beautiful. So first I used the chainsaw to carve out the wood that I didn't want to create that bowl. Then I used the hammer and a chisel to get rid of the wood. Then I used an angle grinder to get rid of the really rough stuff. Now is the best bit because using this sander, I can make it really smooth and get that finished look that I really desire. Once it's as smooth as, well, you know what, I need to make sure it's protected from the elements. Now, I'm going to oil it. Once that oil's dried, the wood is quite dry though, so it'll drink it right up. Then I'm going to do a waterproof sealant, and then I can finally put it in place. Can't wait to see their expressions when they see it in the garden.
It's only turf going down, but what a difference it makes.
The turf's making it feel like a garden now. It's not just a dumping ground anymore, it's actually a garden where you can see where people are going to be able to play and gather.
And right on cue.
Look at this. Look, Kitty. There's Dada. We're going to have a picnic on here soon.
Oh, look at them. How exciting. It's the first time they've seen the new garden.
First time they've seen the garden, full stop.
The evolving garden.
It is really, really nice to see some colour. Just completely transforms it.
Whenever you see the colour green, it just has a great calming effect. It makes everything worthwhile when you see two little ones like that. They deserve a space. All kids deserve to have some green space just to roll around in, to toddle through.
Are you laughing?
Rory, Kitty.
Now the greenhouse is up, I can give Becky a lesson in growing fresh toms.
Ready to learn. I want to feel knowledgeable.
I like to free the roots like this.
Okay.
Okay, before putting them in the pot.
Yeah.
Simple as that, just gently, that's
Yeah.
it. Use your hand. Just a couple of tips about growing tomatoes. For example, water on a regular basis, just a little often.
Okay.
Okay, and so that lots of light and air can get into them, just pinch the leaves out.
Right, OK, so what do you mean by that?
You don't want too many leaves on there because the light and air won't get to the fruit.
Right.
So just pinch them out gently.
Okay.
Like, an example, just use your thumb and just do that.
Right, can't believe that's how easy it is.
We're really testing these new green fingers of Becky and Michael. Now, I want them to position the plants they got from the garden centre.
Right, let's gather together. You tell me the reasons that you've made your decisions.
So for me, I like symmetry. So we've placed the tall trees along here, along every odd post. Don't mind being able to see in a little bit, but not as open as what it is.
So you want to plant for privacy?
Yes.
But you didn't read the labels?
No, we didn't know.
So you don't know if those are evergreen or deciduous?
Yeah, true, yeah.
And they're deciduous. So
Okay.
they lose their leaves in winter, whereas that, the pittosporum here, and behind you, they're evergreen.
Okay.
So they will give you the privacy that side. This idea of symmetry, you've kind of laid out plants like my granny might have. We want to fill the garden with plants that flow into each other, that contrast well with each other. You said something very interesting about this and this.
Yeah, I just think the colour, the purple and the orange just go so well together.
They do, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. I've been really impressed with Becky and Michael. They've really worked this garden. Whatever they've been asked to do, they've attacked with gusto. But now they see it begin to green up, and I think in their heads, it's beginning to make sense. I love what you said about planting for privacy. So I will follow those rules, but I'll rearrange just a little bit.
Brilliant.
Okay?
Thank you.
They're painting the picture of what this place will be. It's going to be glorious.
As the penultimate day draws to a close, everyone's hard work is starting to take shape.
Danny, have you had a good day?
I've had a good day. I've been painting. Look at my hands. Look at my jacket. I've got more of me than I have on the structure over there.
It's looking good, though.
It's looking good. It's getting there.
Today was the first time that we've ever brought Rory and Kitty out to see this. They've never seen this before. And just for them to be able to touch the grass was amazing, overwhelming. For them to be able to play on it next week, we just can't wait for that.
It just means the world to us.
Yeah.
So, an awful lot done, a lot more to do, one day to go. Will we make it?
Yes.
Yes, of course we will.
We'll make it.
No rain, though. We don't want rain. Coming up, I put the finishing touches to my bird bath surprise.
I just wanted to personalise it for Michael in remembrance to his granddad.
And how will the new garden go down with their nearest and dearest?
You can't describe the job that they've done. I thought they're never going to be able to transform this, but it's just amazing.
We're in the northeast with Becky and Michael, where it took 5 diggers and a dozen workers an entire day just to clear their massive, mucky garden.
You don't want to admit that something like this is your own, do you?
Our next door neighbour keeps knocking on the door saying it's an eyesore.
Since then, we've all had our sleeves rolled up. Tackling fencing, laying 40 square metres of decking,
Oh, look at that.
building a greenhouse, and having some laughs.
Hey, Macarena. Do you know the rest of the word?
Now twins Rory and Kitty can start looking forward to a garden that they can play in for years to come.
So our final day, this is very exciting.
Really?
But there's a lot of planting to do. Lots of bare soil begging for those plants.
I am feeling so excited because when we walked in and saw the wasteland, you couldn't even call it a garden.
It was a nightmare scenario that we were mad to tackle.
Let's go for it.
In just a few hours, this once filthy garden will be a pristine paradise.
One forward, so the one you're at is forward towards the lawn, the other back.
Penny is laying turf on the new steps, but she always has time for a tip.
What we find really easy is cutting, because they're at an angle, we use a saw, it's really good to cut the shapes. It's a really neat line.
I need to tell Becky and Michael to disappear so we can get on with our finishing touches.
For days and days, you've been working with the team, and you've really demonstrated that you want this garden.
Yeah, we can't wait. It feels a lot more personal to us now as well, doesn't it?
This is the day that transformed it from a working site into a finished plot. It's also the day that you get to go and put the feet up, because we're going to take over. So if you go in, close the curtains, enjoy yourselves, have some peace and quiet, and hopefully by this afternoon, we'll have something to show you. It's 11:45, everybody, and there's a lot to go in.
And now we're 2 very hard workers down. There really is no time to waste.
It's a very large garden, so I have to make decisions about what areas of the plot get planted intensively. It's perfect there, absolutely perfect. You see the job that that's going to do straight away? It's going to divide the top garden from the bottom garden. Penny's going to get in that viburnum where the fork is, Penny. And that will end those steps really beautifully. Really good thing about that slope is heavy clay, and that retains moisture. And all the planting that's going in that area are plants that love moisture. The other one that would do very well there, funnily enough, would be roses. They work well on a heavy clay soil.
The split level of this garden means that we can create zones that are little bother to maintain and get this family enjoying their space all day long.
Next to the greenhouse, I've filled raised beds with a mix of compost and topsoil. I'm planting them with easy-to-grow veg, such as lettuces and courgettes, which Becky and Michael will have no problem looking after. Right, job done.
And I've got one last job to do in my secret upcycling project.
The bird bath is now ready. I just wanted to personalise it for Michael in remembrance to his granddad, who was so keen on birds. So I've written with a biro. I'm going to burn it with the burning pen, and we'll see what it looks like after.
Everyone's flat out, so I best get this bird bath in its place.
I think the writing looks best facing that way, so that when you're walking up the stairs, you can see it.
Very happy, and I just know Michael's just gonna love it.
I'm so excited about this one. I cannot wait to show it to Becky and Mike.
I know we've delivered on the brief because they've been with us stage by stage, dig by dig, plant by plant. But there's always that little bit of doubt.
Just days ago, Becky and Michael kept their blinds closed to avoid catching sight of their mess of a garden.
You don't want to admit that something like this is your own, do you?
But now it's a private, fun-filled, family-friendly garden ready for outdoor adventures with their baby twins. What was once a big slope has split-level lawns, making it easy to maintain. There's a beautiful greenhouse to plant vegetable seeds in and raised beds in which to grow them on. Plus, 2 contrasting decking areas with a range of climbers, shrubs and flowers to give the garden structure, colour and a view they can fall in love with.
Would you like to come into your new garden?
Look at this. Oh my God.
I love these steps.
Look, is that for you?
It's incredible.
Hey?
Look at that, Rory.
Wow. What's Rory doing?
Get your tea.
It'll be like that before you know it.
Yeah, I know.
I think we'll be eating everything in the garden before we know it.
I've never felt nerves like just by walking through here. You know, just looking at all of this.
The colour it's brought to the garden, how lively the garden looks.
It's absolutely beautiful. It really is stunning.
But we have one other surprise.
Michael, this is especially for you and your family.
Oh, look at that. It's for Grandpa.
Oh.
It's for Grandpa.
It's so beautiful. It's nothing I've ever seen before.
I'll be able to tell the twin stories about my granddad while watching the birds. It's incredible. Thank you so much.
Honestly, more than we
really
ever
means
could
a
have
lot,
asked
that
for.
bit. It's incredible.
Honestly, better than we ever would have imagined. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely incredible.
Yay, who is this?
It's time for Becky and Michael's family to see how they've transformed a wasteland into a stunning family garden.
Oh my goodness, cannot believe it. Can I believe it?
Oh, what a transformation that is.
Come and look over here at this.
Doing an amazing job.
Excellent. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You can't believe it's the same place, can you? No. Can't believe.
You can't describe the job that they've done. I thought they're never going to be able to transform this, but it's just amazing.
Here, man, I'll show you something over here. So I was telling the team how much my granddad loved birds, and they made a little bird bath. So I could tell Rory and Kitty about. Look on the back.
Oh.
It's amazing, isn't it? Hey? I know. He would have loved it, wouldn't he?
Oh, that's brilliant. It's all beautiful, but that's just that little touch there. That's very emotional. Absolutely brilliant.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We were married 62 years. It's a long time, you know, and that's just my little touch. That's made my day. Oh, he would have loved it. Hey, that's great.
I love hearing those sounds. I love seeing people in it. I love seeing the garden being used. This was a hell of a challenge.
I thought this was going to be the first garden that was actually going to beat us.
Usually I'm quite good at visualising something. I couldn't even think what to do. Once they saw us being really passionate, they just came alive.
They were amazing. They listened to everything. They dug, they painted, they took the weeds out, they laid the lawn. There wasn't a job in this garden that they didn't attack with gusto. And now there's people in it.
Lovely.
It really has brought it to life, hasn't it? Seeing people here.
It's being used the way it was always meant to be used. Well, Mike and Becky, our work here is done. We now hand the garden back over to you. You'll be able to look at it, walk through that gate and enjoy it for the first time ever.
I mean, we can now say to people that this is our garden and be proud of it. Just can't wait to maintain it even more and grow up as a family in it.
You worked hard for it. To help you with maintenance, I'd like to hand over these garden tools. They're a bit small for this vast space, but I hope they give you a start.
Oh,
no,
thank you.
We'll definitely be using them. You have my word.
Yeah.
When I first arrived, I was unsure as to whether we were going to be leaving this garden in safe hands.
I think anybody taking a look at it would have gone, that's a nightmare, that's too much. I've just done the house, I've had twins, but I think once he started digging, once he started laying lawns, once he started planting, no holding back. I think he's a very proud guy, and he'll keep this beautifully.
I'll tell you another thing you can bet on is that their children, Roy and Kitty, will grow up loving vegetables, eating them, and they will enjoy the outside space too.
Becky's actually already talking about birthday parties in the garden. Like, these kids are going to grow up growing veg and playing outside and actually having a great childhood because they have got this space.
So to help them out, to be able to do that, this is joy.
We've got a beautiful house that we love, but we're never going to be in it anymore. We're going to be out here day in, day out, regardless of the weather.
Well, I thought I would never ever see it.
Yeah.
I would be dead before this was done. Yeah, I would be,
Can't
honest.
believe it.
Just so blessed with it, aren't we?
It's completely changed our lives.
And all summer long, the whole family enjoyed soaking up the sunshine. Here's to many more years of garden joy.